if it rains the day before Sunday, then why do we call it Sunday?
This girl's a genius.
I'll allow that.
Run the logo. That'll make you think for a week. Woo! Double chin going. Whoa. Hi, guys.
Hey,
welcome back.
You look nice and cozy.
Back.
I am.
It's been a minute.
You know, I'm in my mansion.
You look nice and cozy.
My fake AI mansion with a sweater.
Listen, fake it till you make it.
That's right.
Let me take a picture of you guys. It's been a while.
I forgot those things existed. Could you imagine if Shannon Sharp had those on instead of
POV, baby?
Hey, maybe he did. He does wear glasses.
No.
Yeah, but could you imagine if he threw his phone on the bed and somehow he had those glasses on? How terrible that would have been for his career.
Do you know what happened? He was probably doing a video, recording a video, and then didn't know it was off, threw it down. We heard all the goods.
All the goods.
Oh, you see the white light?
Who's Michelle? That's what I want to know. Do you guys have any friends named Michelle that might have just been hanging out with Shannon Sharp?
Obama.
All
right, we're moving on. How was Atlanta?
Hey, so Atlanta for me was boring, man.
Well, is it because you were coming off of a win the week before and you just
No. You're supposed to be on the high there, right? So you go in there, the repave. Like we ran the second stage 2x2 for 90 laps. Like it was a barn burner. Put me to sleep. It was horrible. It was bad. Thumbs down.
That almost doesn't sound like what's supposed to happen with Atlanta. I thought Atlanta
after
the repave.
It was thumbs down. It was thumbs down for me.
Okay.
What you got, Rock? What you think?
All right. Let me tell you a story.
Is your hat upside down?
Well, let me explain this hat. First of all, I bought it at the racetrack 3 weeks ago. I bought it at the hat. It was NASCAR's hat, that they introduced to everyone at the souvenir haulers. And I bought it. And as soon as I put it on, I bought it because I was in Nashville. And I remember Nashville was the first place I saw that. They had the upside down Nash hat. And come to find out, they were the first ones that created the upside down logos because during COVID, when COVID was going on, they considered the world to be upside down. And they released hats and then logos upside down to commemorate, hey, this is a time period when the world was upside down. And I kind of vibed with that. So when I saw the NASCAR.
The city of Nashville did this first, or are you saying?
No, an individual. An individual who lived in Nashville created a hat that said Nashville upside down. And NASCAR adapted that to their own way. When I saw it, I liked it. And here it became a test subject because when I wore it around the track, the older people, few of them wanted to knock me out, and they were upset. They were like, "Oh, you disrespecting NASCAR, which you don't like NASCAR?
Lord.
Why is it upside down?
You're disrespecting the flag."
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. But then the younger people were like, "Oh man, yo, that hat's a vibe, yo. I like that, man. That's pretty dope." So it was pretty cool when I saw the different reactions, and I just started wearing it more.
I do like it. I may have to get one.
You got some baseball teams that wear it too. I think the Texas Rangers do the upside down.
They do. I've never seen that until today.
And Atlanta did it for their logo for the Atlanta Motor Speedway. They had the upside down Atlanta on their hat. So I mean, it's a trend now.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought at first you got it off of Temu, and I was like, "Hey, but I like it. I like it though. I really like it. So, do they have it only in black?
Yep. And I was the first one to wear it in the Cup Garage. Just make sure that's known that I get credit for that. I was the first one to wear it in the Cup Garage. Now, if you see it, they're Kinko and me.
Rocko, I really do think that. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. See, everyone is doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone is doing it.
I was gonna say, Rocko, I think you need like a book that says for the record, I was the first.
Facts. Great idea.
And it needs to be everything that you've done where you were the first one to do it. And I guarantee you,
Crystal,
you would be able to have a full on.
You are a genius.
Because I feel like we get a lot of that here. So
why did I never think of that?
Hey, listen, Rock's a pioneer. He's a pioneer.
That's going to be the one thing that you didn't think of first, but we won't tell anybody. So let's talk about your Atlanta. Idea. Let's talk about your Atlanta.
Oh,
because this is your hometown. This is your home.
That's and the same with Chris. The story is going to kind of agree with Chris and what he was saying, that it was a bit boring. I was expecting more out of my hometown track, but the thing that distracted me was the fact that I had so many friends and family members there. And, it was a bit of a nostalgic trip for me because I, at one point, told them, hey, y'all, let's go grab something to eat. Let's jump on the golf cart. We'll grab something to eat, come back and watch the end. He said, hey, you sure you want to go now? There's only 5 laps left. And these were guys that, this was their first time going in a long time. So that shows you how into it I was. The pit stops were really the only thing that engaged me. I think the 20 car ripped off like an 8.3 second pit stop. So, I mean,
super fast.
I was watching that, but other than that, the race was a bit lackluster, but I am not the right person to ask, because I was a bit distracted by, being in my hometown in the ATL shouted. You know what I'm talking about?
I think what we missed was any strategy, right? So we had a lot of green flag stops, a lot of green flag runs, excuse me. So you missed out on some strategy, right? So you didn't have pit crews that can make moves and change the dynamic of the race, right? It was caution based at the green white checkers for end of stage, right? So just following the leader down pit road in that aspect. But those guys that shine picked up 2 or 3 spots, and the guys that burst some pipes lost 2 or 3 spots, right? So then you had that restart value of, do you take the inside or you take the highlight, right? And which line was going to move on the restart to help you gain those spots back. And then once you got 3 laps in, it was over. You're just riding around.
Yeah. And you bring up a good point too, because this was the first race of the playoffs. So, and in my history, just in my experience, when the playoffs start, teams get nervous and they don't do the things that they did previously to get them in the position that made them successful. They overthink themselves. And, the perfect example, case in point, Denny Hamlin. He had some issues earlier in the week, and it relegated him to the back of the racetrack. So he knew at the same time, this is a hybrid racetrack. It's a super speedway intermediate mix. The traits at super speedways is the big one that's going to happen and take everyone out. Denny Hamlin sucks on super speedways as of this year. He has not finished very well. So what do they do statistically? Because their crew chief is a mind. He's a savant. He says, okay, let's do something differently and let's play it safe. Let's hang out in the back, play the points game, because every time we do what we need to do, we end up wrecked or a terrible finish. And this is the playoffs. We have never won a championship. This is the year that everyone thinks that I'm supposed to win this championship. Let's do something different and play it safe. And he came out with a pretty safe points day where if maybe he was up front and got caught up in that wreck, he would have been the typical Denny Hamlin who would have put himself in a hole when the playoffs started. At least he put himself, and he's at the bottom now still, just because he started dead last and he played it safe, but he did not get a DNF. And I feel like, these next couple of racetracks, Denny, especially at Bristol coming up with the same tire that they're running here at Watkins Glen, which means the OGs and the veterans in round 1 are going to shine because there's a tire that wears supposedly really well. So those guys that can manage these tires, these old heads, are really, this is their round to shine, starting Watkins Glen and Bristol. So, I feel like Denny playing it safe that first round. I was listening to the radio and hearing the vibes of everybody talking about it. They were kind of upset, especially Denny Hamlin fans, because he did play it safe. But I remember specifically when I was pitting for Jeff Gordon, and we would approach Daytona and Talladega, and we knew that the big ones are going to happen. We would specifically say, okay, how are we going to run this race? Are we going to run up front or are we going to hang out in the back? Because that was Those were two strategies that you had to pick. Half the time, we chose we were going to run up front. We wrecked. The other half, we chose we were going to hang out in the back and avoid the wrecks. Guess what? We wrecked. So there is no right or wrong way of doing it. At the end of the day, it's one of those things you can't control.
Yeah.
Super speedways you can't control when the big one is going to happen and where it's going to happen and how you're going to avoid it. At the end of the day, you just got to be living your life right as a team to have some luck to fall your way when it comes to those races.
Well, let's talk about Kyle Larson, because I feel like he couldn't really figure out what was going on. Something happened to a tire. I was unable to watch the full race because you do have to remember I have another job. So
he hit a ton. I know that. He wrecked hard.
All I know is that something, or people thought something happened with the tire, and then he went right into the wall.
Yeah, he had a flat.
Left Atlanta once again with a DNF. So
that's what Denny Hamlin was trying to avoid.
Yeah, but the good thing is coming into Watkins Glen, a place where the last 5 races, right? Hendrick driver has won.
Oh yeah, they've been killing it. William Byron won last year, and Larson runs well. They better watch out for Tyler Reddick, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a regular season point champion.
Yep.
You got SVG in this
guys. Now that there's so many
SVG,
we'll get back to SVG, but is it? I'm starting to. I think with me being a fan that came in 2018, I'm starting to see why the regular season champ just doesn't. There's no. I don't know. I feel like there's not enough excitement behind it.
There isn't. Like the regular season champ kind of gets pushed under the rug, right? Oh yeah, we won it. We won the regular season, and then the race winner, whatever that race is that ends it, gets more pub than the actual regular season champ does, right?
Unless the regular season champ wins the champion.
The actual champ, but that only happened once, right? So far.
Where's Adam at?
Was
he
like
knows
Kyle,
that answer.
Stat chat, Mr. Stat Chat in the chat.
It probably would be Kyle Larson.
By the way, while he's figuring that
out. Or Chase Elliott might have done it the year he won the championship.
So I think Harvick won the regular season a couple of times and nobody even knew it.
You know what I mean?
I know there was the one year where it was between him and Denny Hamlin. That entire
the reason why
2021.
There's so much emphasis gets put on the playoffs. You kind of get lost in the translation with the regular season championship until those points. But those points that you get do prove vital.
Martin
2017.
Truex Jr. did. I do not. Well, I was starting in 2018, so that I didn't feel anything about it.
Well, here's why that's true. Because last year, Truex was the regular season champion too, right?
Forgot about that.
I
completely forgot.
Look at his first.
Last year he did too.
It might have been.
Kyle Busch did it in 2019. Oh yeah, I remember that year.
So when you win the regular season championship, it gives you like mulligans to have bad races in those first 2 rounds and still advance. So a lot of people have done it. You have Truex, Busch, Larson.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I take that back. You're right. I remember Kyle Busch and I remember Kyle Larson, obviously.
So I think what that equates to, going back to Larson having that bad day in Atlanta, I think now you're going to have some stage 1 strategy here in Watkins Glen, right?
Okay.
So the guys that was caught up in that wreck, like Larson and Chase Briscoe, now you got to play stage points, right? Because you don't want to go into next week Bristol in a must-win situation. You know what I mean? So now you're going to see some stage 1 strategy, and then depending on where you're at, position-wise, coming out of stage 1, you might see a little bit of stage 2 strategy too to get those points, right? So it's a lot of moving pieces right now for Watkins.
That'll be interesting to watch. Now I know what to look closer to, or look closer at.
And we have it. Not only that, let me add that there's a new tire here at Watkins Glen, and it's It's supposed to wear like the Bristol race.
So while you're talking about that, I'm going to look up the tire specs.
You remember the Bristol race? That's the only specs you need to remember. Remember that race when they wore so crazy?
Is that the one that everyone was so excited about with the tires and they delivered?
Yes. It's that same tire. Same tire.
That's interesting. On a road course?
Yes.
So what do we expect?
Never seen it before.
A road course.
The smart crew chiefs would do well.
Well, are we expecting like Goodyear to come forward and say something like have a super important statement towards the end of the race?
No. You're expecting the OG drivers and the drivers that can maintain their tires to triumph over the drivers that can't, because it's the playoffs now. And they're making it hard. They're making it tricky. They don't want these teams to come in with a notebook full of a cheat code of how to win this race. They're throwing monkey wrenches and they're changing it up. And the cream rises to the top. The teams that adapt the best and that are best prepared are going to, and the driver who can manage these tires the best, they're going to whoop some ass.
Just think about that. Speaking about
that. Oh, go ahead.
They added these changes to the track as well. So not only do you get a tire,
the turtles.
You have turtles.
Those little tiny little.
Yeah,
tiny.
So now you have
big
the drivers from cutting the corners.
Correct. So now I think it's turn 1 is narrow, right? Yeah. And then you
and the bus stop.
Turn 1, and the bus stop is narrow. So now you have 2 bottlenecks now, right? So that's going to really change how these guys drive. And they got to run the bus stop. You got to, right? So then when these tires run out and they wear, like Rocko was saying, now you got to slow down. Now you got to be slower going into those corners, so you can drive up better because you don't have the grip going in.
This will be interesting. Well, I mean, that excites me. Had I not had that information, I'm like, okay, it's another road course. Or just knowing the modifications that they've made, I really don't know what to look for. You know what I mean? So thank you for that. I don't really have a whole lot of questions after that, but let's talk about SVG since he's not in contention for anything in the playoffs. He just wants to win.
You think he's going to win? You think he's going to win?
He's definitely going to try to steal the show. That's his wheelhouse.
Yeah, right? I don't know. It's hard to say. Is he doing Xfinity this weekend? Because I could see him winning Xfinity easily. He's full-time. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Adam. There are certain drivers I can't remember whether they're. I
almost bought a SVG shirt today. Can I tell y'all what it said?
Yes, please.
All right. He had his car on the front, and it was the Wendy's sponsored car, and he had the saucy nugs on it. And then on the back of the shirt, it had the drippy words, "Oh, so saucy." I said, "Man, that's my shirt. That's my shirt." Get it? I get it tomorrow because I'm doing my.
Do you ever get to wear any driver shirts while you're at the tracks? You just have to wear strictly NASCAR stuff.
No. During my hits, when I do at the NASCAR tracks, I'm on NASCAR TV and I get my 3 minutes. That's when I wear the shirts and the hats. I bought a shirt and a hat.
I just always know that you're like dripped in like NASCAR stuff. But.
Oh, so saucy. Saucy nugs. I thought that was a cool shirt.
Here's another piece to it is if SVG wins the cup race, right?
So I'm just gonna, for any listeners who do not know who SVG is, am I the only one that knows how to say this? Shane Van Gisbergen?
Yes, we all know that. We all went to college. We all went to damn college.
I know quite a few people.
We went to Wake Forest.
I know a lot of people that went to college.
Wake Forest, go Deeks, by the way.
It's football season.
That's right.
We don't want to talk about that.
Hey, so if he wins, if
there it goes, the saucy nuts.
Oh, what kind of sauce is that, though?
It's whatever you want. They got Parmesan garlic. They got honey barbecue. They got hot and mild.
Okay.
Honey.
Do they have like mango habanero?
I didn't see that one, but that's at B-dubs,
It sure is.
Yeah. So if he wins this thing, right? So now you don't have a new winner advancing, right? Right. So now Bristol has a whole different dynamic.
Ooh, you're right, Chris.
For cats on the bubble.
Preach.
Right?
Well, as you know, I'm safe.
Cut-off race.
I'm safe.
Cut-off race.
Just so you know, I'm safe. My driver is already in to the next round.
Oh, stop. Just knock it off.
Paisan.
Oh, Joey Logano, yeah.
The double deuce.
Hey, that's probably what. Yeah. Oh, we got that ghost pepper. Adam came through with the flavors.
So if you were wondering what the flavors for the saucy nuts, there are garlic parm, honey barbecue, buffalo, ghost pepper. I don't know if I could do ghost.
That garlic parm be slapping.
That I can do. I can do honey barbecue as long as it's like the KFC honey barbecue. I don't know if you. I don't know. Like back in like the 90s, that honey barbecue from KFC was really good, but it may be that I was like.
Hey, KFC though, that coleslaw. The coleslaw. I don't eat anyone's coleslaw but KFC.
They should sponsor you. Slowness.
Coleslaw. And Nicole and Rocko Slaw. Nicole Slaw. I got that tattoo on my back.
Nicole
I got a
Slaw?
No, coleslaw.
Oh, I was like, you got Nicole Slaw on the back.
But that's how I got her name on my body in code.
Okay.
Coleslaw.
Oh.
That's cute.
That's us too.
That's cute. I like that.
That's us too.
I like that, but I hate actual coleslaw. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, you gotta be KFC's.
I don't like mayo, so if I even think
they don't use mayo, they use like chicken butter.
I'm gonna have to refer to the Colonel on that because my dad tries to tell me that he tries to get me to eat potato salad, and he'll buy the mustard potato salad. And
white or
like,
yellow?
It's yellow, and he's like, Crystal, it's not mayonnaise, it's mustard. I was like, do you know what the main ingredient is for potato salad, regardless of what they say it is? Like, yes, it could be mustard, but there's also mayo in it. Don't play with me.
As long as it's not by itself.
Okay, Adam says potatoes. We know.
It's not.
I prefer my potatoes not slathered in mayo. Thank you. All right. Well, guys. Yeah. Have you gotten it out of your system talking? Actually, it's been so long that we never got to talk about Austin Dillon.
To remind me what happened.
Oh, Richmond, he dumped 2 people.
Wait, did we? Did we talk about that at all in the last one? Or was that after?
We did not.
Because that pissed me off when I saw it.
Why? Why were you mad? Why were you mad about Austin Dillon?
I think it was just like I knew that he should not be able to do that. Like, that's not racing.
Why?
You know,
he was trying to win.
I know you're trying to win, and I know. Well, that's where. Yeah, but are you a professional race car driver? In the video games, yeah, sure.
In the video games, I am, and I'm trying to win. He didn't do it on lap 1.
It's kind of weird because you say the video game move, and like Ross Chastain got away with another video game move that was like one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. But
didn't he get away with it too?
He did, and nobody had ever seen that done before. But people have seen people hook another driver. It's just it's poor sportsmanship.
I think if he would have just bump and run to 22 and not hook 11, he would have been fine.
He would have been fine.
It was the 11 hook.
Yeah,
that got him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You want to know my opinion?
Yeah,
I feel like you need to have stuff like this happen. It shows you how hard it is to win in this sport, and how
desperate,
and how when you do get that win, how it could impact not only your current livelihood but your future. You know, and the livelihood of others that are attached to that. We're not even thinking of the how a win like that affected the guys in the shop.
I was about to ask you guys that, since we hadn't had a show. I was
how it affects the people who
because the pit crew wins along with the driver. It's not just the driver; it's the whole team. So,
and I want to add to you, this wasn't Austin Dillon took track position and got up to the front and he shouldn't have been up there and wrecked everybody to win. That dude balled out all damn race.
That's true.
They had a fast car. They had a fast car.
They had a fast car, and they had fast pit stops. And if that caution, if that late caution would have never happened, he would have won. He would have won the race. So I feel like in my mind, Crystal, in my mind, when you're Austin Dillon and you don't win as much as he does not win, and you get that opportunity. And you're in that situation, I'm not mad at him, yo. I'm like, look, he balled out. He should have won this race. He earned that, because his pit crew had fast pit stops. And because the caution came out, I'm not mad at him because I've seen that happen so many times to me. Yeah. And the fact that, at the end of the day, that's what it is. He did get punished. He's not in the playoffs.
Do you think that
he did get the win? Yes.
His punishment is fair.
Because he earned it. And it was in NASCAR, and they methodically figured out a way to satisfy everybody, who wanted him punished and who didn't, to satisfy the sponsors, to satisfy the work that they did at the racetrack.
Yeah, but Richard Childress is as pissed off as ever. But he's mad.
Well, that's a few million off the table, not making the.
That's pocket change for that man. That's pocket change for him.
Man, get out of his pockets. Why are you counting his money? Money is money.
That's pocket change.
Or not
Although
money's money.
I'm mad when I lose $20 at the casino. So
yeah.
But Richard Childress has more money than God. So I just, come on.
How much money God got?
I don't know. More than me.
Trillion.
More than all of us combined.
Is he a centillionaire?
I don't know about. Oh, like, are you talking? I don't know. What? Is there anybody that's a centillionaire? Is that real?
No. I just made that up.
That was quick.
Well, I had to. What? The way I finished that?
No, the way he made that word up.
Well, I thought I'd ask you guys because I was wondering about that. I was like, that kind of sucks because if your driver wins and you're and you're celebrating that, you're going to victory lane. You guys did a great job the whole day, but it's just that one little thing that the driver did that was wrong. Like, I'm glad they didn't take the win away because at least, that means that there's also pit crew members that don't get a chance to make it to the playoffs that probably deserve to be there.
Hey, but you had all year to do what you had to do to get there.
Very true. That's like that
saying?
Saints non-call. Like, they had so much time left to really make a difference and win the game, but just couldn't do it in, I don't know, it was like the last 4 minutes of the game, couldn't pull it out. So that just meant that they just...
People fail to realize, Crystal, that our season is 20 races. No,
it's more than that.
I'm sorry, it's 26 races. 26 races. And then the playoffs are the last 10.
Regular season, yes.
Regular
season. Playoffs are the last 10.
36 total, yes.
So if you're smart, you have 26 opportunities to put yourself in position to matter at the end of the year.
This is how I thought of it. Now that you say that, after that race, I was like, well, if you could really get it, try and get it the next week. Can't be that hard, right?
Turns out.
It is. It's really hard. It's really hard to just win in the Cup Series, period.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, you know who I think is going to win this week?
Who do you think?
My boy is back.
Oh, yeah. Juan Pablo is back on the scene.
Pablo Montoya.
Wait, what? Who's he driving for? I didn't see this.
He's driving for 23-11.
Yeah.
In a great car, 50th anniversary.
I feel like sometimes when you bring back these old drivers, and I mean old, as in elder, haven't been behind the Cup car in a while, they don't do so well.
The only issue I think he's going to have is that he might fall out the seat because the boy, he's about 3 fire suits bigger.
Well,
he's about 3.
You better hope we don't need any track dryers.
4. Oh yeah, that too. Why are you bringing up old stuff? He'll
never live that down.
You're over here body shaming the man. Don't even start.
Body shaming him. I'm just saying.
You might need a bigger fire suit.
I'm just saying, man. This is a long race.
He definitely got a bigger fire suit.
Has he aged that much? So he hasn't been in a cup car since 2014. And
Grandma putting a dub on him. Grandma putting a dub on him, though.
The cars have changed.
We're gonna put 20 on them.
The cars have changed.
But here's the deal: the real good drivers, the drivers that
he's been testing,
gonna figure it out, right?
He's been testing at VIR in track similar. He's been testing.
Do you think Chase Elliott will ever win another road?
Oh yeah, he might win tomorrow.
Okay.
And you got the Robo coming up too, so you can't count him out.
Yeah, and he's vibing. He's trending up.
Fair.
They're figuring something out. You know what? Chase has been trending up ever since he put his best friend as his spotter. Do you remember when they made the switch?
Nope.
And our boy, yes. Well, they made a spotter change.
Hold on. Oh, spotter. Yeah, no, I definitely don't.
They made a spotter change, and now his homie, his best friend, one of his, it might be even a blood kinfolk,
like a
it's spotted for him now. Yeah, Trey Poole. Yeah, that's his cousin. Yeah. And ever since that has happened, Trace
is he related to Brennan Poole?
Trending up. He's Chase's cousin.
His comfort level's back.
I don't know. I just know the last name.
It was Eddie DeHunt. Eddie DeHunt was our spotter when I was on the 24 and for Chase for a long time. And just recently,
Eddie's on the 4 now. Eddie's on the 4.
Yeah, because when he switched and went to Trey Poole, that's when Chase, in my opinion, he just started looking a little different, like the old Chase again. Sometimes you need to shake up. to shake things up within yourself, you know?
Yeah. Change is good sometimes.
Absolutely.
I was trying to see if he was related to Brennan Poole.
No, he's not. We would have
I
known
don't
that.
think so. I don't think so.
I was curious. You never know.
The Hunt is not a spotter anymore.
No, there's several DeHunts.
He works over at HMS. You probably know about that.
No, that's the younger DeHunt. That's the younger DeHunt.
Yeah, that's the younger DeHunt.
That's the young son. Yeah. Eddie is still spotting. Yeah.
The old man's on the 4. He's on the 4.
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, I have orchestrated a game.
Ooh, so I love games. I love games.
I miss having game nights with people.
All right, let's
here we go.
But let me make sure we've got all our topics covered before we get into this. Was there anything that we need to talk about with Watkins?
Game night.
All right.
Game night.
We know all we have to know about Watkins Glen. So this is I don't
Crystal, they are doing backwards pit stops at Watkins Glen, by the way.
The one time I don't ask.
Yes, I'm just saying they are doing backwards pit stops.
The one time that I do not ask.
So that is very unique.
But it's also a road course. So I feel like you said in the past that with road courses, pit stops aren't
as critical.
But when they're backwards,
I didn't want to say important. They are important no matter what. But
that's only when they're not backwards, and there are multiple ways to do the backward stops, and your athletes are uncomfortable with it. Your drivers are uncomfortable with it. So somebody's going to blow the race from speeding in their pit box, not pitting in their box well, equipment coming out of their box, and being that pit road is a downhill slope as you go towards the first box, tires are going to get away, and your inexperienced drivers who aren't familiar with this are going to have issues. So,
as a pit crew member, is it a little confusing when you jump over and you got to do the tires?
Yes.
I feel like since it's backwards, maybe it's still comfortable because the cars are still coming. No,
it's the worst. You're doing everything that you trained your muscle memory and your body to do effortlessly. You're training to do something totally different for just 3 races out the year, and that's at when do we go backwards? We go at Watkins Glen. We go backwards at Chicago, and you go backwards at Austin, I think.
How often do you pit crews, I guess, plan ahead for something
Austin.
Like that?
Every year. You know those races.
Well, I mean, like if you know that Watkins Glen is coming up this weekend, how far back?
It depends on the team. If you're a team that can win, they're going to do it, 3 weeks, 4 weeks before it comes up, and they'll do it maybe once a week, just not to throw off everything that you're doing on the regular stops, but to just remind you that, hey, it's coming up. And as you get closer to that race, I mean, you're doing full bore backward stops, because if you have a chance to win and you have a very good road course driver, I mean, it's very critical, because backward stops is a totally different choreography, and you don't do it often. I mean, you're gonna totally handicap that race. And you know what? Yeah. The lack of coaching now does not prepare these athletes to properly prepare for that. The good teams do.
Say this again. Lack of coaching. Why is there a lack of coaching?
And I'm saying,
you got some coaches out there that have not done pit stops, but are good at people management and coaching other avenues of athletics, right? So if you have a coach that comes in as your assistant coach who's never done a backwards pit stop or a pit stop period, they don't know what it takes or what it's like to be backwards during those stops.
Yep. And don't even know how to coach it or make it translate to the athletes that they're trying to guide. You get what I'm saying? So you might as well take that L for those races.
Before we get into our game, NASCAR launched some shows and some podcasts.
Oh yeah, Drop the Jack.
Yeah, Drop the Jack.
Yeah,
your boy Darrell, Jordan, Mike Hicks.
By the way, just as a side, yes, but as a side note, there was another podcast that dropped, just no video component, and yours truly is the host, but nobody heard about that.
What show is that?
It is called Driving Change.
Oh,
congrats!
Yeah.
No, you right. So I got an interview on that bad boy.
There are.
We both did, didn't we?
There are 2 episodes.
When we gonna see that? When we gonna see that? I mean, damn, what the hell?
I am simply the host. There are 2 episodes out. Oh my
God!
Where did you?
A celebration of 20 years of NASCAR Drive for Diversity.
Yeah, and I'm thrilled that I got the opportunity to do this. Not just because I'm, fulfilling this weird dream of mine that I just decided to go chase the traveling circus of cars. But it's something that I'm passionate about, and I'm glad that I was able to get a couple of people that I know and people that I've gotten to know along the way, as part of it and talking about their stories. But I'm just kind of in the passenger seat. Say I'm playing passenger princess to NASCAR right now and just letting them take control over everything.
Princess.
Yeah, that's what I am.
I caught that too.
Passenger princess. What do you mean you caught that? What do you mean? What you mean by that?
I like that.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of, I'm taking a little bit of a passive approach for now, just seeing what they do with it. Because like I said, I was chosen to do this, and I hope it's received well. But let's talk about these bigger shows that have come out. What's the name of it?
Drop the Jack.
Drop the Jack. I didn't want to get it wrong and say dropping the Jack. I tend to add extra words to things.
And what's cool about that show? They're not really talking anything NASCAR. They're talking lifestyle
you did say
stuff.
That. So
they're talking about
they
dating.
don't blend it at all. There's no at the track. It's simply like getting to know these.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And a little lifestyle topics. So it's kind of cool getting to know the pit crew guys behind the scenes in that light.
Go. Look at that. Look at Shannon's steak.
Yeah, she's got 2 shows. She's got that NASCAR Daily Show
and
on Monday.
But so is Mamba. Mamba's on everything now.
He's trending.
Mamba is making it happen right now.
He's hot like fire.
And for anybody that doesn't really know who Dylan or Mamba is, he came through the Drive for Diversity program. Along as a driver, and this is around the same time that Bubba Wallace did and Kyle Larson did. He was on that BET show to make it as a D4D driver to be accepted into the program and do the
changing lanes.
And I don't think that he made it that far in that show, but I mean, to see what he's done during his entire career in NASCAR it's amazing, So I'm glad to see that he is everywhere, essentially. Everywhere. He's so deserving of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hats off.
And he's actually the host of the Drop the Jack show. So
he does that. He does the show with Harvick.
Yeah, when I'm at work at my other job, we have like 50 TVs in the whole place, and when I'm there, it's like the Kevin Harvick's happy hour is on almost every other night. It's good to see. So I thought I had to shout all those shows out. Anyways, let's get to
the game.
Yes, it is game night. I feel like we need to just do this every single week or whenever.
Game night.
See how good we are, Rock.
Yes. So we've got 2 gentlemen here that are significantly older than me that may not be as well versed in the world of memes. And you better not be cheating, Rocko. I see your glasses. I see the reflection. For anyone that has played Cards Against Humanity or What Do You Meme? Basically, they take images or phrases and you kind of match them to the image or the phrase given. So it's going to be kind of like this, where I will show a meme that has the caption blacked out or erased. And you guys have to give me your best answer. And whoever gets the closest gets a point. Now, if neither of you are close, then I have to probably refer to Adam. That is going to be my neutral party that decides which answer is best.
All right,
let's do it. You're going down, Chris.
Adam says he could be bought.
Yes. What's your cash app? Send me your cash app, Adam.
Do not cheat. I don't necessarily have a prize available.
You have Zelly. You have Zelly.
Come up. Zell. There is Zell, but
Zelly.
Zelly. Where'd you
hit you with that? Hit you with that Zelly.
Zell.
Zelly.
They don't pay us, so you could call it Zelly.
Hit him with that Zelly.
All right. So this week I have 7 memes, and we will go one by one. You guys can give me your answer when you are ready.
All right.
I want you to be very careful. Don't give me 5 answers. Don't try to change it up. You have to be okay with the answer that you give.
Okay.
Like Chris. Hey, I want Chris to go first every time.
No, you can't do that.
I'll take it.
Okay. All right. I guess you can do that. I don't make the rules. So I've got 7 of them. Whoever ends up with the most points at the end wins this round. Maybe I'll keep track of it. So by the end of the playoff season,
we get a gift certificate. That's
a good idea. Gift certificate.
To
gift
Nike.
Bag. Oh, you could get a discount. A discount coupon. Get some shoelaces. What else? Socks. You get some socks.
Socks. Them Nike socks.
All right, let's get ready. Let me win this game.
Right. Adam has them randomized. I can always look up the answer. Turns out I am the only one that has the answers right now. I also want to shout out the pages that I got these memes from. Jimmy Logano is one of them, and I think it's like the last lap. Laugh lap. I'll have to go back and look that up. But there are a couple that I scour the net for them. So here's the first one. This has been, I'm going to give you guys a hint. It is a few memes from the last 4 weeks. So anything between the 4 weeks, there are certain events that you can apply to these memes. All right. So the first one, if anybody's listening and not watching, the caption is blank. After the caption, it says NASCAR officials, and the image is, I don't even remember what show that is, but you've got a guy sitting in a chair covered. His NASCAR logo is over his face. Thank you. It's from Community. And he's got a sombrero on with his feet kicked up and says, "I'll allow it." Do we? All right, guys, think about your answers and go.
Chris, you go first.
Wreck me now.
Wreck me now. That's your answer.
Final.
Okay. Mine is when Austin Dillon wrecks 2 cars for a win, but it's for the playoffs. I'll allow it.
All right. All right, Chris, that's your final answer. I don't know where you got that from.
I'm final.
All right. So your answers for the meme in question. Chris says, "Wreck me now." And Rocko says, when Austin Dillon wrecks 2 cars to win a race and get into the championships. Both of you are wrong, by the way.
What? I don't allow
it. So the actual caption is Harrison Burton goes over the yellow line at Daytona. NASCAR says, "I'll allow it." So this would be a situation where I would refer to Adam so that we get some points on the board, because
I got 0. I got a goose egg right.
He gets to. I honestly feel the same way because you.
I get 1. I
think you do deserve 1 because you were closer to the meme format. Chris said,
I was off.
You way off. No matter what the meme was. It was not detailed. He said, "Wreck me now."
Wreck me now. He's singing a song.
Wreck me now.
He's singing the hook.
Okay, Michelle. All right. So 1 point to Rocko. 0 points for Chris. Rocko is on the board. All right. Next meme, please. Ooh. Okay, so that's the Undertaker. So it's a WWE meme. I don't know who that is in front of the Undertaker, but if you look at the uniforms, you can see who that is.
It's Briscoe.
Those are who's the other person? You see it. I know
Kyle Busch.
Those,
Kyle Busch.
You know the fire suits.
Kyle Busch.
So that should be That should be your hint. And whoever's ready first. Rocko is on the board. Chris, you're looking for a point. How much time do we need? I think in the future.
You can't take it from me.
You can't take it from. Why are you just doing it in quotes like somebody is talking? Chris, you're going to lose this game.
Block. Mine is.
Well, hold on. I want to help Chris out because he's not.
No help.
All right.
Nope.
All right.
Block me one more time.
Okay, now you're just following.
I'm going to give it to you.
So you're just following Chris's footsteps.
No. Chase Briscoe says, I'm going to block you. Kyle Busch says, block me one more time. I'm going to give it to you. In the rear.
So then, Chris, who are you saying you can't take it from me? Who and Chris's? Yeah,
Briscoe saying you can't take it from me.
Okay. So
and then Kyle Busch is saying, yes, I can.
All right. So the meme, man, this might need a time.
That's it.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
One more time, and this is coming.
No Diddy.
Kyle Busch. No Diddy. Whatever. And Chris says,
"Oh, you're gonna take it."
This is really similar to Cards Against Humanity. For as explicit this is becoming. Chris, you said you can't take it from me.
Oh, you're gonna take it.
All right, Unc. The actual answer for the meme in question: Chase Briscoe and Kyle Busch on the final laps at Darlington Raceway.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree.
That was tough to give points away to because since you saw the drivers, we
both get 0.
Adam says you both get 0. Would you call so maybe that's a draw? Would that be a draw where it's just nothing?
It's a 0. That's a no.
Yeah, draws no. But nobody lost exactly. Nobody gained anything.
I'm a winner in life all the time.
What did it say? What was the real meme?
Rocko's the real meme says Chase Briscoe and Kyle Busch on the final laps at Darlington Raceway. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Adam said I lost having to listen to their answers. I tried to help. So Rocko, you're one out of 2. Chris, you need some help.
Yeah.
Too bad you can't phone a friend.
That's all right.
You can pay Adam. You can pay Adam, but if Adam gives you the answer, he gives it. You got a few more left. All right, next meme, please. Ooh. All right. So for those listening and not watching, once again, you've got Joey Logano with his hands stretched out like he's confused, like what? In the red shirt and his Pennzoil red hat, and it says, "Guess I'll crash." Guys?
I don't know what happened.
To be honest, I'm not even sure which race this came from. Adam, you might be able to help me out with that. Give him a hint. Can I do that? I can do that. I can give you a hint. Do we?
Is that your answer, Chris?
Wait, what was his answer? What was his answer?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. So that was your answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Adam, I'll still need to know what race it's from because I don't remember.
My answer is you're gonna say no.
I feel like I might know, but I'm not sure.
They're black flagging me?
Oh, this is the wait. Joey Logano wasn't black flagged in the last 4 weeks.
Oh, that's my answer though.
All right. Gosh, you guys are gonna be losing the whole night.
We're bad at this.
All right. So, Adam, do we know what race this might be? Oh, he doesn't have the answer. No wonder. All right.
You have them all.
No, I think we're all sitting here with the same expression that Joey Logano has. To be honest, guess I'll crash. All right. So this one says Austin Cindric hits Michael McDowell to the bottom lane of the track. I really don't remember what that's from. I might have screwed you guys.
That was a hard one.
When did that happen?
That was a tricky one.
Was that Daytona?
No. It has to be. That sounds like a Daytona deal.
Right? Yeah. It could be wrong. All right.
When they had the big one.
Oh, shoot. Dang. Sorry, guys. That's my fault.
It's all right.
I said last 4 weeks. I think Michigan was further back. All right. So nobody's on the board except for Rocko. Next meme, please. That one I won't even say no, but no one lost. No, it wasn't really a draw. It's practice.
Big goose egg.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I was on the wrong one. All right, guys. You've got a driver with his face blocked out, and it said, "My win was robbed. Changed my mind." Who could that be in the last few weeks? I should have covered his ears.
That's a hard one. That's tough.
So if you guys don't know, the change my mind meme is the guy in the blue shirt with the table that sits in a park and has a controversial idea and says, change my mind.
I've seen him.
I have blacked out the driver's face. So whose win could have been robbed in the last 4 weeks? Who could have won but did not win? I feel like one of you. Oh,
Kyle Busch is sitting in this chair.
I'm going with Hamlin. I'm going with Hamlin.
All right, 2 points for Rocko.
Yo!
Now, where did you go with Hamlin? Why did you pick Hamlin? What race?
He was robbed.
Because he was robbed, but also Rocko picked Kyle Busch, so I couldn't double up. So I had to go with the next best thing that was robbed.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. You were wrong. So it is Kyle Busch.
Too slow.
You got This is the game of speed. Speed and I don't know. All right.
Well, this is the tortoise versus the hare.
Ooh. All right. Let's do the next one. Okay.
Oh.
I'll give you a hint before you guys start guessing.
That's tomorrow in practice.
That's tomorrow at the bus stop. That's tomorrow at the bus stop.
All right. Now you guys, I will give you a hint to try to get you a little bit closer. What driver is the meme referring to? For anybody that doesn't know, it's a meme from The Sun where a car seems to be hitting a roundabout, but hits the middle of the roundabout and flies across the screen.
Oh, so that's real?
That's a roundabout. That's got to be in like England somewhere.
Wow. That's real.
It's real. It's real. So we can't guess the actual driver behind the car, but what driver would that possibly be come this weekend? Or in the past races at Watkins Glen? Who do we think that is? Rocko is on the board with 2. Chris, you are at 0. I will not give you the answer until I have both answers.
Who drove through it?
I should give you both half a point just for getting that it was.
I'm going with Larson. Nope, I'm going with Logano. Turn
is that your final answer?
Yep, I'm going with 22 Logano. Driving in hot.
I feel attacked.
I'm going with.
This is fun, guys, because I'm not at stake for any points here. I get to I would never get it.
BJ McLeod.
Ooh, BJ McLeod.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You should have just said, I don't know, bro.
I would say when it comes to memes, I almost want to give you a mulligan here because when it comes to memes, if it's not a super speedway, why would you mention BJ McLeod? That's what I want to know.
He's got a charter. He's in all the races.
Okay. It's fair. It's fair. I can't even be mad at that. Not in Cup this year. So
you're right.
Do you want? Should I give you another chance, or should you stick with that? I feel like I'm going to give you another shot because that
Harrison
is
Burton.
Harrison Burton. Why did you choose him? I'm just curious.
He looks good flying in the air.
All right. I guess that means that we're ready for the actual answer. Oh, so Adam chimed in. He says, mind you, Adam does not have the answers. I'm the only one. Adam said that is Josh Berry on his roof. Do you want points on the board here, Adam, too? I'll put you in the game, although he's the tiebreaker here.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Well,
that was so long ago.
So by the way, I'm going to give you the final answer. Adam is not included in the game. You have to remember he is the tiebreaker, and if he were in the game, he would have gotten 0 points because he is wrong.
Oh,
so it is not Harrison Burton. Chris, your answer was Logano at turn 1 at Watkins Glen, and Rocko, you said Harrison Burton because he looks good flying in the air. Is that correct?
Yes, I didn't have the answer. I made that up.
Yeah, you guys did not have the answer. Neither one of you did.
You don't have the answer, Sway.
You don't have the how, Sway. Ross Chastain making a pass for 12th at Watkins Glen in the bus
Ross Chastain.
That's why they put the turtles there.
I feel, and we'll refer to Adam, but I definitely feel like Chris deserves the point here because that is a top driver.
It's called a mercy rule.
No, I don't want a mercy rule.
I think that was the closest to the correct answer, not Harrison Burton. And you could have left it at Harrison Burton and not told me because he looks good flying in the air. That means you definitely didn't know. And no, you don't get -1. You get -1 for picking BJ McLeod. So Chris is on the board with 1 point. He's catching up.
All right.
Rocko, you're at 2. Next meme, please. Ooh, so this is another of the same meme that we saw before with the guy at the shirt in the park with his coffee cup with a controversial
Austin Dillon.
Yeah, that's Austin Dillon all day.
Well, Rocko, you said it first and out of turn.
Yeah, he did.
But can you put that picture back up so I could read it for the audience? It's the controversial opinion, and it is my penalty should be overturned. Change my mind. That's the only person that really fought hard for it this week. So, Rocko, you were on the board with 3. Chris, you have your 1 point. Oh, Adam said he's picking Richard Childress, but we already have the answer, and Adam, you are the tiebreaker. So, even by association, Rocko wins that point. Next meme. How many do we have left? Like 2 or 3, I think.
I'm killing you.
You are.
All right. Oh, there's only 1. No, there can't just be 1 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be 3. Am I wrong? Oh, maybe not.
1 left. It better be good.
Uno mas.
Right.
Uno
there
mas.
is 1 left. That's right, because there were some that you got 0 points. Okay. All right. Last, final one. Final death. Oh, there is death. So on this meme, it says, few things are certain in life. You've got the Grim Reaper, and next to it says death. You got coins and a calculator, and next to that says taxes. And in the final image, we see Kyle Larson, and I don't know what year this is from.
That is Chase Briscoe last weekend. This year?
Okay. Oh, yeah, because I did say it was the last 4 weeks. Dang it.
That was Atlanta.
All right.
Wait for me. I'm coming.
So what is the caption that belongs in the box next to the image? Chris, you might get this because you chimed in first. So Chris, you will have to answer first.
He tried to do some Talladega knots and his slingshot didn't work.
All right. So what did you say first? What was your
wait for me, I'm coming?
No, before that.
I said it was Briscoe and Larson in Atlanta.
Okay. All right, why y'all trying to help him so hard? He said what he said.
What was the final? Okay, I'm sorry. What's your final answer, Chris? You gave like 3, so I have to go with one of them.
Damn, they trying to help your ass.
No, I'm not. He gave me 3 answers. Adam has to
I only gave 1 every time.
I need one of them. So pick one. You said
wait for me.
Briscoe and Larson.
He said wait for me.
Wait for me. Okay, so that is your final. Rocko, what's your final answer? This is the final question. So.
Death, taxes, and a big one.
All right. Well, either way,
like that,
with Chris only having 1 on the board right now and you with 3, either way, Rocko is going to win.
Woo! But hey, yo, I'm a winner.
But
I'm a winner.
Let's see. The big one was Rocco's answer. Chris said, "Wait for me."
Yep.
The actual caption to this is a Kyle Larson DNF at Atlanta. So
that
Chris
was lame.
That was.
First of all, Chris, you probably
Who made that meme?
I didn't make it. These are the laugh lap and
as long as I won,
Jimmy Logano.
You did win.
Well, you can add that to the list of first. You have won the first NightShifters game night.
Yay, Trailblazer.
With flying colors 3-1. You guys got a couple of them so wrong. And Rocko, I should really take away a point. It should be 2-1 since you answered BJ McLeod. But either way, that grants you a win. You are tonight's winner. My dog, by the way. You get a free shoestring from Foot Locker. So proud of you.
Yeah, BJ is cool. BJ's cool.
He is. That was just so far off from the correct answer.
Way off.
All right. So we are going to, well, I'm not going. You guys are in Watkins Glen for the weekend.
Yes, we are.
See what's going to happen in the playoffs. I think we've covered everything we need to for the day. And we are actually right on time. Look at this. 1 hour and 1 minute. That's really good.
That went by fast.
I know. I thought before this we would do 30 minutes. I was like, I'll be happy with 30 minutes, but we did good.
Well, I'm going out.
Adam has a prize for you, Rocko. Are you sending it on?
What do you got?
Is he sending it on Zelly?
Oh!
Well done. Hey, that's bad. Can you send us that in the group chat? I like that.
That was pretty good.
I knew there was a reason we had you on this, Adam.
That was good. That was good.
Hey, put that picture back up. I mean, do you really think that's my complexion? I'm more honey brown caramel delight. That's more. That's more like Denzel. Yeah,
that's Darrell.
That's a macchiato. That's a fudge.
Looks like Cameron's dada. He said, "Don't blame me, blame AI."
Oh God.
That's hilarious. Well, guys, thank you. Now that it's NFL season, I should be able to see you guys next week, and we'll do this again. I think we should make every Friday night a game night. That makes it more fun. Because what else do people do when they work at night? Yeah. And next week I'll wear some makeup. I'm not trying to have this no makeup.
Till next time.
Hope it doesn't rain on Sunday.
Peace out.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, y'all.